Good morning from Dillon State Park near Zanesville, Ohio. We are camping, Tina, Nutmeg, and myself here for a few days. And this is the entrance sign for the campground. The flowers are hiding the campground and camp store portion of the sign. But you will come down this main road and turn in right here. And then follow the drive in, and the check-in is at the store there in the distance. Okay, as you're coming in the main drive, you'll take the first road on the left. You see there's a sign that says Camp Store, Check-In, Dump Station, Nature Center. The dump station is here on your left. And then to check in with your RV, you're going to follow the road around to the large parking area over here. All right, we're coming up here on the camp store. They do have restroom facilities here. The little building to the right, separate, is the nature center. And this is where you would check in for your cabins or the campground. One of the things about Dillon State Park is they have a real nice 18-hole disc golf course. This is the tee for number one. Quite a few of them, the throws are under 200 feet. But there was, I think, one over 300, and there was a couple under 300. But my wife and I enjoyed the course very much. Also here at Dillon State Park, there's geocache, if you're into that, which we are. And I went and collected 5 of the geocaches. We found a couple near the disc golf tees, which reminded me to check my app. So we went around and collected those up. Also, so if you're into geocaching or into disc golf, this is a wonderful state park to come to. And if you stay in Loop B, like we did, right here is the campsites for Loop B. Hole 1 starts right there, and you end up throwing your discs and playing around the edge of it from 1 through 8 or 9 is near Loop C. So if you stayed at one of these campsites here, you could just walk down to there and play and not have to take a vehicle. So some of these sites aren't all that level, but a lot of them are. Like this site 142 is downhill. So be prepared on that one. You'd have to jack it up. But they've got plenty of space between each site. Campsites, campground Loop A seems to have the most sites, and it is a 2-tier level with campsites. We drove through it, and they had, their sites are very nice. and fairly level, and they've got sites that are short and then there's sites that are long. This is Loop B. We're walking down to the lower section. We are up in the upper section. As you can see, each loop has a playground and has a shower house, and even I think Loop A might have a brand new shower house at it from what we saw. As you can see, there's a lot of trees. This campground, all the loops have nice mature trees at most of the sites. To us, this is a very quiet campground. Not a lot of noise, at least while we're here, which is a Tuesday through Thursday. It might be noisier if there was families here on the weekend, but you're not getting a lot of noise. You don't hear a lot of road noise because you're back off of an interstate and all that, so there's not a lot of road noise either. But most all these down here are fairly level, easy to get in and out. Each loop of the campground has 2 or 3 water spigots in the loops to fill up for fresh water if you have electric only. And I also see spigots on the end of the shower houses. There is no spigot over by where you check in to get water. You got to get it in your loop. So this is our shower house, bathroom area. This is the women's side, so we'll go around to the men's side. Okay, they got 2 doors for the men's side and the women's. This is the sink area. Light overhead, 3 sinks, 1 urinal, 2 stalls. And then down this way is the showers. Your standard campground shower. That one's got a nice wide head, a bench, 2 curtains. With partitions, solid partitions between each one. And then it looks like maybe there's a door down at the end. And it's locked, so there's 2 more showers, but they don't have them open. They must not need them. But this is the shower house at Loop B. It's older, but it's painted. It looks like it's kept up. So okay, continuing Loop B. As you can see, there's quite a few sites here, but Loop A is the largest. Loop C is a small loop. Actually, the campground road dead ends into it. You drive back past the signs for Loop B and you come into Loop C, and then there's the turnaround loop down there that brings you back to the road, and it seems like it might have less sites, but they're all fairly level, on level ground there. We're really enjoying this park. it's been well taken care of and mowed. They do have a sky deck up on top of a hill for nighttime viewing. So it must be fairly dark here at night. We had overcast clouds the past several nights, so we didn't get to go up. But from B, it's up on that hill across the road there, and there's a sign about it. And you go up there, and they've got, if you got a clear sky, you've got a charts for every 2 months that'll show you what you would see up in the clear sky at night. Or if you got an app, like I have an app on my phone, I can turn on even with the cloudy sky, and it'll show me what's up there. But you can't really see it through the clouds but it'll show me what's up there. But if it was a clear sky, I think that would be wonderful to go up and see. So we're enjoying our stay here at Dillon State Park. I highly recommend it. As you can see, we're on the upper section, and here's the sights of Loop B. I'll bring you around slowly again. There's our rig in site 116. But like, here's a nice level site in front of me, site 115. 117 looks good for shorter rigs. I like this site because of the trees. I got a medium tree on one side and a big tree on the other. And we are facing east, so I've got the woods. When the sun comes up, the only sun we got is direct sun overhead. Yesterday, a little bit towards the end of the day, it was fairly cloudy most of the day, towards the end of the day, but yeah, if you look at your reservation site pictures, you can get some sites here with some nice shaded tree level. So this is Loop B. And you follow this road down around, and then it curves. It comes up and curves where we started at. So if anybody's looking for a nice quiet state park in the middle of the state of Ohio, we would highly recommend this park for its peacefulness, quiet. We've seen deer. We saw a red-headed woodpecker this morning out our window, sitting on a tree branch. So it's not a humongous park, but I think it has a lot to offer. Like I said, each loop has a playground. Each loop has their own shower house. You got 2 or 3 spigots to fill up water. And so we think this is a nice find for us to come camping at. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of our adventures.